Hello, I'm Jim Ellison. I'm head of the technical department for Sterngold. Today I would like to talk to you about the Hader bar. Now, the Hader bar was introduced to dentistry more than 40 years ago, and it has become the most popular bar system in the world by far. It has been used to connect roots of teeth as well as implants. The Hader bar is most often sold in a kit. The kit contains two 5-centimeter long plastic bars, which have a round occlusal part and a flat gingival skirt. It also contains 6 of the yellow Hader riders. These are sometimes called clips for reasons that will become clear. The yellow rider is most often used, but there is a white rider that is less retentive than the yellow and a red rider that is more retentive than the yellow one. In addition, there are 6 green fabricating riders that are used when making a processing model. And finally, there is a seating tool used to seat the riders in the overdenture. There are also several other important parts within the Hader system. There are optional metal Hader housings, which may be added at the time of processing, a Hader bar impression coping, and a processing jig, which is a replica or analog for the bar. Although traditionally the plastic bar pattern is cast, today it can also be milled. Many milling libraries contain the Hader bar. The round part of the bar measures 1.8 millimeters. The width of the rider is 3.3 millimeters with a length of 5 millimeters. The gingival skirt of the bar is reduced and contoured to the shape of the tissue. The minimum height of the bar and clip, without the metal housing, is 3.5 millimeters. If you are casting the bar, first fabricate the wax patterns on the implant abutments or on the roots. An indelible pen is a great way to mark the length of the bar and to approximate the contour of the tissue. Trim the bar and wax it in place. Cast the bar in a hard alloy to prevent the bar from wearing. Finish, polish, and try the bar in to be sure of a passive fit. To create an accurate model, place the Hader bar impression coping onto the bar. Here we also see that the ERA-RV attachments were used off the distal of the bar. ERA impression copings were placed onto those distal attachments. Block out any space between the bar and the tissue and make an impression. Cut a section of Hader bar processing jig to length and insert the jig into the impression coping. You also see that ERA-RV processing jigs were inserted into the RV impression coping. This creates the master model. Now, because the model is destroyed during processing, it is always best to create a duplicate processing model. To do so, place yellow clips onto the bar, block out any undercuts, and make a duplicate impression. A silicone rubber material is highly recommended. The long green fabricating riders are inserted into the impression wherever there were the blocked out yellow riders. This creates the processing model. Be sure not to try to place the green riders onto the bar. The inside of the fabricating riders are too small to fit onto the bar. Set up the denture on the processing model and process the denture using whatever technique you prefer. If you wish to use the hater metal housings, slide them onto the green riders from the side during processing. Pull out the fabricating riders using a pair of pliers. Use the seating tool to snap a yellow rider into the overdenture. And here we see the happy patient. In the case that we showed in this video, ERA attachments were added off the distal of the hater bar. There are two reasons for this. First, we know that patients chew their food primarily in the second premolar, first molar area. Now, the closer we get to providing support under those areas of the overdenture, the more stable the denture will be, and the patients will chew more efficiently. You probably noticed that we used a metal housing into which the hater bar clip is held. This is optional. However, when you change the clip after several years of wear, many people like the fact that the metal housing remains in the denture. They like the positive feel when they snap the new clip into the metal housing.